this is only for fun and entertainment purposes, much like everything I do on this channel or all my other channels. I'm going to draw 3 different cards from 4 different categories in this game: power cards, tactical cards, judgment cards, and defense cards. The first power card I'll be drawing is the Discordian Society. You have +4 on any attempt to control weird groups. Your power structure is immune to attacks from these groups and all special abilities of these groups. The special goal: any weird group with a power of 3 or more counts double towards your total number of groups controlled. So I claim my energy to have total control over any potential attacks regarding weird groups. And I'm going to use my energy to manipulate the outcome. I claim the power. Power card 2 is the Bermuda Triangle. Control a power of at least 35, counting Bermuda's own power and at least 1 group of each alignment. A group with 1 or more alignment counts with all of its alignments. So I claim my energy, my protection, and I'm going to manipulate any predetermined plots by claiming the power. And there's a picture of this ship sinking here, which simply means anybody sailing towards me will be sunken and stranded at sea, or banished from my energy and life indefinitely. Let's move on to power card 3. Power card 3 is the Network. It says draw 2 plot cards rather than 1. Well, since we already drew 2 other plot cards, we can simply claim this as the third power play. It says any computer group with a power of 3 counts double towards your number of groups controlled. So if anybody was getting too nosy in my personal business on the computer, such as checking in on my emails or going as far as to sabotage what I'm doing on my social media, I would personally use this card to claim the attacker's power as my own. I also claim that any groups who use their skills to attack me may be subject and not immune to attacks on themselves from other potential groups. I say the best way to have one group stop another group is to control one group. And if both groups have the same goal of attacking you, you can claim their power as your own through energy and the cards being drawn. My next set of cards is going to be tactical cards. Tactical card 1 is going to be Bank Merger. It says place an action token on any one banking group or on 2 or more bank groups whose current power adds up to 5 or less. This card may not benefit a group that already has tokens or a group that prevents it from getting any action tokens. This card may be played at any time. It requires any action from any Illuminati. So in this case, I would refer to my previous power cards to use my pull into getting what I want. I believe somebody stole some money from me, and it's in an overseas account, under my name or under a fraudulent identity used under me. I would place an action token on one specific banking group who is affiliated with my Illuminati member to go after that banking institution who is holding my money overseas and have that money returned to me urgently, since it was stolen and the culprit who worked with the institution committed fraud. Tactical card number 2, Reign of Frogs. This is a disaster card. This is an attack to destroy any place. It does not require any action, and its power is 10 against a place or any size, +4 for each frog the player has at play. If the attack succeeds, the target is devastated. If the dice roll succeeds by more than 6, the target is completely destroyed. Now, I've been subject to a few attacks, and I would like to use my energy and power to claim this card. I choose the power of leverage, since my energy is already mine to begin with. Those who come against me using my own energy to destroy me are subject to this attack, as well as the same place or organization who they may be working with. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to roll dice because I don't have dice. However, I do have these rune stones. I don't even know what's going to come out of the bag regarding this. I'm just going to pick the first one up and see if it has any initials of a specific person who is coming against me. If it has an initial of somebody who is coming in against me, may they be destroyed completely. If it's a specific symbol, let that symbol work its magic against the balances of injustice and what is fair, possibly destroying any unfair and unreasonable organizations who continue bothering me and refuse to stop. So let's see which stone comes out of this. I'm just going to see what happens and I'll provide insight on the stone. I reach into my bag here. I have no idea what's going to happen. And here we go. It's Kimberly at phone pulling the stone. That's what came out. That, I believe, is a double-sided energy. I'm not really sure what it means. That's just my intuition. I'm going to place it down here. So a double-sided energy means that it can go in one of two ways. The group or organization that's attacking me would have their energy reversed. So their attacks against me become the very attack that they planned on me coming back to them. Or it could just be a reversal of energy, like shaking them down and forcing them to stop. Worst case scenario, that reversal trickles down to the head honcho who controls their entire operation, and that person be attacked the same way I'm attacked. So that's the stone for that specific card. You guys get a look at it. Now we're going to go to tactical card 3. Isolationism. The target Illuminati cannot take over nation groups. An Illuminati action is required to play the zap. Play on a rival Illuminati at any time, except during a privileged attack. A zap stays on its victim until it's removed. Spending an Illuminati action will remove zaps from any one player. Okay, so in this case, I would like to use an Illuminati action to strike down lightning from the very heavens on those who try to use my own people to attack me or come against me. I would claim my power and use my energy to control the outcome. So we're zapping the zombie until they either agree to stop attacking me or they go into a state of pure zombieism so that they lose their mind and be taken away to an institution with a straitjacket. Now, I better play my next set of defense cards carefully because if it's another Illuminati action, it removes the zap. I need this zap to stay on the attacker until the attacker agrees to stop, learns a valuable lesson, or goes full on zombie and just gets taken away naturally. Let's draw the first defense card in the next category. Defense card 1, no beer. It says, we're out of what? Disaster. So this is an instant attack to destroy any place. Does not require any action by spending their action. The liquor store companies can either half this attack or double it. I would like to just say that this is a disaster card and not a specific Illuminati action. The zap from tactical card 3 is still in play. But no beer to me means just depriving an addict entirely from their supply. I posted a comedy short on alcoholism on my other channel, which could be considered symbolic towards what's being said here. But here's what the card has to say. If this attack succeeds, the target is devastated. This attack cannot actually destroy its target. Now, depleting an addict of their supply is crucial to gaining leverage and control over the addict, which could be anything, even including energy or money outside of alcoholism. However, my third tactical card may not promise that same sense of comfort, because the harder the culprit attacks, the greater their chances of an indefinite zap or going full on zombie land and never returning, simply to be lost in the oasis of madness and insanity. And that would require the culprit to be institutionalized involuntarily for however long it takes to treat them. Defense card 2, ketchup is a vegetable. Your agents have deliberately announced stupid policies, undermining public trust, and it says play this card along with any attack to destroy a group. The attack requires the attack becomes privilege and you gain +5 bonus. The thing about me drawing this card as a defense card is that it's not with the intention to totally destroy the people who misuse their power. It's to control the narrative of them destroying me and gaining leverage over how their power works. Even though I do not wish their destruction, if they put their influence to create destruction against innocent people, may that destruction they invoke on us come back onto them, especially if they go along with other people who trust corruption, believe in corruption, and like being criminals who do criminal activity. So if we're willing to put that before ethical power solutions and control, then we would have to call judgment with this card. Let's move on to defense 3, drug companies. Oh, yeah, man, drugs are good, right? Well, it depends on what kind of drugs. Now, those drugs are being used, and whether or not they are legal drugs, I personally don't recommend any drug use at all. But let's stick to the game and keep playing. This card says we will have to put something in their water in order to make them forget this. The drug companies may attack to permanently remove any group in play. Roll exactly as an attack to control with a +10 bonus. But if it succeeds, the only result in the loss of whatever alignment the attacker uses. Indicate this is whatever manner you choose. A solid gold engraved plaque is good, but so is a sticky note. Okay, so I'm going to pull another stone now because it says to roll the dice. But before I do that, I have to make my intentions clear on the sticky note. And I'm just saying that it is not an attack, but it's a defense card. That's how I choose to manifest it. So if anybody ever did something to my water or they did something to put me in a bad place with pharmacies, I would use this as a defense card for leverage to put a stop to the forced water attacks and pharmaceutical attacks. Now, depending on which stone comes out of the bag this time, even though I'm writing down my intentions on a sticky note here as a defense card, whatever the stone says to do is how the energy is going to play out. It could either just put a stop to the water company and pharmacy being corrupt, or the water company and pharmacy could pull a full-on reversal against the very same person, manipulating them to conduct business. So here's the sticky note and what I wrote down. Now let's see what comes out of this. Okay, that's looks like it could be like a flag, could be the letter F. The letter F is actually symbolic at a former work environment I used to attend. So maybe that's a sign of judgment being called on that specific individual, maybe not. Maybe it's a sign of judgment being called on that specific workplace, maybe it's not. I'm just going to let the energy play out. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my first episode of the shuffle with Kimberly at phone. We're going to be signing out now. Until next time, stay salty.